I mean, Evelyn was vindicated this episode, but I feel like y'all not going to acknowledge that because y'all don't like Ev. But Evelyn was vindicated this episode because Vanessa is like digging herself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole of just stupidity. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Let's talk Basketball Wives, Season 11, Episode 3, Ice Queens. If you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the video. Thumbs it up, hop in the comments, all that good stuff. So, y'all, the episode starts off with Evelyn and Brittany meeting up for a talk. So, Evelyn said that she expected she expected Evelyn expected Vanessa to apologize, and I don't know why. What about that lady did you think was gonna make her apologize after your interaction at your party? What did you see in her that made you think that she was going to apologize at that little sit down dinner with Shawnee? I guess. So Evelyn then tells Brittany that she just kind of felt the timing of Brittany hanging out with Shaq made it kind of feel like it was some sort of setup. I guess she's saying by like the paparazzi. So Brittany said that Shaq reached out to her first. Evelyn said, "Well, I heard that you reached out to Shaq." So Brittany came through with the receipts and was like, "Here's a screenshot." So Shaq hit up Brittany. Brittany asked, "Was he in LA?" That's how the two of them went to go meet up. Like I said before, Brittany doesn't have to tell Shawnee anything. They're not friends. But I guess I see why everybody is like, kind of give a heads up to your boss that you're gonna be hanging out with her ex-husband. But at the same time, if they're friends, I mean, Shawnee doesn't care, so nobody else should, right? So Evelyn then tells Brittany, try to work things out with everybody, get everybody to come to get together. The reason that this will never work with this current cast is because you have a group of old heads, Evelyn, Jackie, Shawnee when she's there, Jennifer and Brooke, that have a rapport, that have a relationship, that have a fandom, that have a following, that have all of that, and that command or demand a level of respect for being an OG. But then you have these newcomers, Jacille, Brittany, Clayana, and who's the other one? Vanessa, who are trying to come in and trying to like demand respect from these other women on the show. We all know that reality shows have a hierarchy, right? Whether we want to admit it or not, on every reality show, there is a bit of a hierarchy. Whether y'all like them or not, Jennifer and Evelyn are the OGs. They've been on Basketball Wives the longest. They feel that there's a certain level of respect that they are above the other newcomer women. That's just how things go on reality shows. It's happened on Love and Hip Hop. It's happened on the Love and Marriage franchises. It has happened on what was that show? Black Ink. Like this is what happens on these shows. So the fact that you have these two very different groups of women, it's never gonna work ever gonna work. I wish what Basketball Wives needs to do to be truly successful is find out who are these women's true friends that don't mind being on TV and getting them instead of going and finding these other women and then trying to force these women to come together and be social and be cordial with one another. It's never gonna work. Nonetheless, Brittany said that she's all for doing that. Evelyn said, cool, I won't be there because her daughter Shanice is turning 30, so they are going to be celebrating in Miami. Okay, so we find out that Brittany has joint custody of her son, and because she has joint custody, she's not able to just pick up her son, bring him out to LA because she said that she needs to be in LA to work on brand deals and to work on her content. Brittany, you're in LA because you're filming the show. Let's be real. If somebody wants to truly do content and make it work, you can do content from everywhere. You can get brand deals from everywhere. I follow influencers and people that are all over the country that will fly out to LA, that fly out to New York, that fly out to Miami when they need to for a week, week and a half, where they do the work that they need to do and then they're able to fly back home. So it's not that you have to live out there for that, you want to. There's a difference. Brittany wants to be out mingling with the celebrities and the socialites and the stars. That's what that is. It's not that you have to be out there to do content. You can do content literally anywhere, sis. You can do content anywhere because as far of what I know about Brittany, her content has been like her going on podcasts and stuff like that. So, but hey, so if that's what you got to do, girl, I guess I can't personally, I can't imagine leaving my child that's that young to do that, but we see it all the time on reality TV with these people. We then get a scene where Vanessa is calling Amy, and it's like, girl, I don't know if she thought by calling her on camera it was going to go a different way, but it didn't. So she calls her and tells Amy that, I was ambushed at dinner by like Evelyn and her friends. It's not how that happened, but okay. It was a very one-to-one situation, and then when Evelyn was escorted out, Brooke came at you. That's not an ambush. So she said that Evelyn had friends there to have her back, but she didn't have Amy there to have her back. So Vanessa's like, hearing the word homewrecker is triggering for her. People that are homewreckers are triggering for her. Amy said, I understand it's triggering for you. Uh-huh. And that's how she left it. And I knew from the moment that Amy was like, I understand. Amy was patronizing her friend, and it's like, girl, give it up. Give it up. But misery loves company. So because Vanessa is miserable because of what's going on with her, she wants Amy to get back in that miserable space where she was. Because when Amy was going through the situation with Carl and Evelyn, and whatever happened during that time, whether Evelyn knew that Carl was involved with somebody else, or whether Carl did indeed tell Evelyn that he was, not involved with her, Amy was miserable during that time. Amy was upset. Amy was sad, broken home, whatever the case. Vanessa, who was going through something similar, seems like all throughout her marriage, probably liked the fact that Amy wasn't on good terms with Carl and wasn't on good terms with Evelyn at that time. Because misery loves company. She probably liked having the fact that she could sit and talk shit about people with her best friend who understood where she was coming from. But now that Amy has moved past that in life because it's been 10 years, now Vanessa feels like she doesn't have that sounding board where she can sit and be miserable with. So Amy basically tells her, girl, look, that was 10 years ago. I was in an unhealthy place, but like we're good now. Me, Carl, Evelyn, we're good now. We're in a better place. It's cool. So now Vanessa's like, okay, this gives me the green light to move forward. But see, this is where Evelyn gets vindicated because Evelyn said that we're in a good place. Meanwhile, Vanessa is saying, no, you're not. Don't call her. She don't like you. You wrecked their home. You're doing all of this stuff and you just look silly. But now it doesn't make sense for y'all to have made up and did all this stuff. Why are y'all fighting on social media right now? I guess. Jennifer and Jackie catch up. Jennifer gives Jackie some peaceful juice. Jackie takes offense to that. You think I'm not peaceful? Jackie, you have chaotic energy. Everything about Jackie exudes chaotic energy. I don't know why Jackie was even shocked about that. So Jen wants to talk about her boyfriend, Christian, said that she feels fulfilled. He's ready to be a husband. They're serious. None of the other ladies know aside from Brooke so far. Meanwhile, Brooke is visiting her father, who's now in physical therapy, I guess did they say for his back or something? But he's in physical therapy. Brooke is in grief therapy. Remember, her daughter passed away in a car accident. And she talked about how she would never feel the same. And her, like, I was with her father. Of course you're not. Your child died. Like, I couldn't imagine losing a child or losing a parent for that matter. So, like, yeah, you're never going to feel the same. You have to, Brooke has to give herself the time to grieve. Take however long it takes you. Your child passed away. Like, but no, you'll never be the same. So Brittany and Jasiel are setting up this little picnic where it's gonna be all the newbies, and it's basically the newbies all coming together so they can form an alliance, so they can combat the old heads, right? So Vanessa comes and they tell her that they're not prejudging her based on anything that happened with Evelyn. They, just want to move forward. Vanessa is like, well, the stuff with Evelyn, even though it's been 10 years, that situation that involved all of us, it didn't involve you though, Vanessa. I don't know why Vanessa thinks that this involves her. I have best friends, absolutely. The stuff that they go through with their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their significant others, all that type of stuff, that's not my business. That doesn't concern me. That does not concern me. I'm never going to go and try to fight their beef for them or fight an argument for them, especially if they're not telling me to. So, Jaceel tells her and was like, girl, it's been 10 years. Let it go. Let it go. You need to move past 10 years. Imagine having 10 years beef with somebody that doesn't even know that you exist. A one-sided beef for 10 years. My God. So Vanessa has the nerve to say in her confessional that she is sick of talking about Evelyn. Literally, you are the reason that this is even a thing. You're the reason that this is even a thing. What y'all think is wrong with Vanessa? Is it the bayang that is like, what's going on? What is going on? Surely you can find another storyline. Surely you can find a storyline, girl, that does not involve Evelyn. You thought Evelyn was an easy target, so that's why you wanted to make her the focal point of your storyline, and it didn't work because you look stupid. Imagine if this had been a legitimate beef, the way that you would be revered and held up and praised and everything else. But you look silly doing this because it's unnecessary. So Clayana shows up, and I just don't care about the scene. I just don't care about the scene. I feel like you have to have at least one OG in every scene if it's going to be a group scene. We don't care about these new ladies at all. So we see Brittany out shopping for some baby clothes. Well, a pair of pants for the baby. She's on the phone with her mom, and I feel like Brittany has to find a storyline. Every scene cannot be you talking about how your baby daddy ain't shit and how you can't have your son out in LA when you are actively choosing to be out there. You made the conscious decision to be out there. So for people that are like, but that's how I earn my money and stuff like that, you can go get a job as well. You can go get a job. There are so many people that want to make it big with YouTube and Reels and TikTok and all that stuff, and they work actual, and I don't want to say actual, they work typical 9 to 5 jobs, and then they do YouTube at night. I work a job. I tell people all the time, I am corporate thugging during the day. I do YouTube at night and on the weekends. You too can do that. You can create content around whatever you're trying to do. You're choosing to be in LA. You are choosing to be away from your child. We don't want to hear about it every single scene, though. Find something else to talk about. So we then get Vanessa and Evelyn meeting up. I'm so sick of hearing about this. I hope this is the last scene between these two for the year, for the season. I hope so. But I guess since they're going to be filming the second half of it, apparently not. But Evelyn tells Vanessa that she wishes that Vanessa would have just come to her and they had a conversation up front. Vanessa agrees. She said that she was triggered because of the homewrecker situation. Evelyn swears up and down that was not her story, that Carl told her that he was single. If that's what Carl told her ass, that's what Carl told her ass, y'all. I mean, like, it's not like Carl has come out to dispute that either. I mean, he's too busy arguing with Meg the Stallion, but he hasn't come out to dispute it at all either. So if that's what Evelyn said happened, that's what happened. Damn it. I don't know what else to say about it. So Vanessa then talks about how she caught her husband cheating on her. So apparently she came across a conversation or a recording where her husband's mistress was found out that Vanessa was pregnant. When she found out that Vanessa was pregnant, she threatened to go to the blogs and expose him for having a mistress. I don't know if he told her that he wasn't still sleeping with his wife or whatever the case. Vanessa said that the stress of all of that caused her to have a miscarriage. Very sad, very unfortunate situation that does not involve Evelyn Lozada. It doesn't. That has nothing to do with you. Vanessa is projecting. Vanessa has not moved past that situation with her husband. And because of that, she is taking on, it's almost like she sees Evelyn as the woman that caused her to have the miscarriage when it's just not what happened. That's just not what happened. Your anger is with your husband and with that other lady. But because you can't see that other lady and you chose to be on a show that you knew Evelyn was on, you're taking that out on her and you're looking silly doing it. You look silly doing it. Evelyn tells her that, she's sorry that, she has this, that she's having this that she had to miscarriage. She's had a couple of miscarriages herself, all this other stuff, yada yada yada. I just kind of feel like I don't want to hear about this anymore. They apologize to each other, but they are still fighting on social media right now. And Evelyn even said, Vanessa said that, Amy gave her the green light to go ahead and drop the situation when Amy never gave you the green light to start the situation. This is silly. So y'all were cool. Did you get triggered again watching the episode? Vanessa, I don't understand. I truly don't understand this. Everything that Evelyn said from what we've seen in other scenes about you, she said to your face. This is silly. Vanessa don't need to come back if the show comes back, because this is not, it's getting the views, I guess, but it's very disjointed. The scenes are choppy. The episode moves very fast but slow at the same time. It's weird. So Brooke and Jen are out shopping. Jackie shows up. Jen peer pressured Brooke into having some champagne. Don't do that, y'all. If somebody says they're not drinking, they're not drinking. Let's get out of that. Let's normalize accepting when people say they don't want liquor. Okay? So Brooke is telling them that Brittany is going to be having an ice skating party. So they are like, okay, we need to go. Not because y'all want to be inclusive, because that's the casting call. That's y'all call time. Okay? That's the next scene. Y'all are going to be at that party. So we then get Brooke and Jackie finally having a conversation. Jackie never reached out when Brooke lost her daughter. So Brooke felt the way that Jackie never offered her condolences. Jackie said she just didn't know what to say. Brooke said that's fine. What do you say? I never know what to say when people, lose somebody. I'm extremely bad in those situations, but I would never stop talking to somebody. So Brooke said that she really felt the way because her and Jackie used to talk on the phone all the time. So the moment that her daughter passes away, it's like you ghosted her, which is just kind of weird to do. Why would you stop talking to her altogether? But Jackie said that she just didn't know what to say. Brooke said, you know what? Brooke said, you could have literally told me that. You could have told me you didn't know what to say. You could have just came and sat down in the house with me and sat in silence. You could have just came over and sat down and watched TV. Like, that's all it took. They agreed to move past it, but then we see Brooke and Jen talking later about how they know how to handle Jackie from now on and how they're keeping her on a short leash and all that other type of stuff. So we get to the ice skating party. All right. It must be the Wisconsin in me because I can ice skate. So the way that they were like super nervous and scared, I can ice skate, right? I went ice. That's when ice skating was probably right before COVID. My brother and his wife were in town, and it was like 12 below out, and we went ice skating with my cousins outside. We went ice skating with my cousins outside, and we had a blast. I can ice skate. Could be the northerner in me. Who knows? But Jennifer comes and she said, "I have a sciatica nerve. I'm not ice skating." People be so scared of falling, but she said she was there to be supportive. No part of me thought that Jennifer bougie ass would go ice skating. So Brooke comes in and Brooke is on 10 and she's like, bitches are on thin ice around here. So Vanessa is kind of like, she talking about me? Yeah, she's talking about you. She's talking about you, Bangs. So Brittany gets a phone call from her mom. I guess her mom went to pick up the baby. So I guess her mom is really the one sharing custody with the baby wherever Brittany's was in North Carolina. So her mom went to go pick up the baby, sat outside the baby daddy's house for about 30 minutes before they gave her they text her an address of a gas station to go pick up the child from. Brittany is upset about that, so now her whole mood has changed. Now her energy is off. So because of that, when all the ladies are sitting down talking and they're drinking prosecco and champagne and wine, Brittany is knocking back glasses of or cups of tequila and calling everybody else foul and weak and stuff because they don't want to just drink straight tequila. Nobody wants to just drink straight warm tequila like that. On top of that, you drinking the Blanco Casamigos? Girl, nah. If it ain't Anejo or Reposado, don't even offer it to me. I'm not drinking white tequila. So Vanessa decides to pipe up and address the elephant in the room. She was like, me and Evelyn are good. I had to talk with Amy. I then had to talk with Evelyn. We decided that we're good. We're going to move past it. She said it wasn't an ambush like it was before. Brooke said it wasn't no ambush, girl. It was just on some, me and Shawnee were there and we just kind of had our friends back. That's really what it was. Ambush is a bad word. We were really just matching your energy because Vanessa did have very negative energy. Vanessa said, you know what? I don't play about my husband, my family, my friends, my kids. So like that was where that came from. Brooke said, you know what? I apologize for that. Why don't we start over? Let's have a fresh start. Let's move forward. Cool. Vanessa's with that. I'm like, look at this. How did we get here? Awesome sauce, right? So everything is going good. Meanwhile, Brittany's ass is now knocking over cups of tequila. You can see in her eyes, done, right? Done. So the whole time they're talking, she kind of has an attitude. It's almost like Brittany wants to keep, and it could just be me. I'm open to being wrong, but it's like Brittany wants to have the division with the newbies versus the OGs. So Brittany kind of looked a little irritated, right? That Vanessa and Jackie were like getting along. I'm sorry, not Vanessa and Jackie, that Vanessa and Brooke had like made up so quickly. So Jaciel talks about how she her fiance Natasha is coming back into town and she wants to invite everybody to like a dinner. And they're all like, okay, cool, great. They love to go eat. Bitches love brunch, right? So they're going to go to the dinner or whatever. Great. While this is going on, Jaciel called Clayana Clayani, and she had called her Kaylani earlier when the newbies had their little thing. And Jackie was like, is that your name? And they were like, laughing. It's like, no, it's just an inside joke, whatever the case. Somehow Jennifer was like, yeah, because you really just kind of popped up. And Brooke was like, yeah, we don't know who you are. So Clayana is like, I've been around Shawnee and Jackie and Evelyn. And I don't know why Jackie was sitting there like, yeah, we don't know you. Jackie, you were just at an event with this woman. But y'all know how Jackie is. So while this is going on, Clayana's like, I didn't just pop up. Girl, you kind of did though, because they don't know you, right? So if we're shooting a reality show, and this is the group that we know is going to be here, and then a random woman is here that we just don't know, you did just kind of pop up in the scene, right? For whatever reason, she gets offended by that, and she's like, I'm a grown ass woman and I'm someone in my own right. Nobody said that about you. We simply said you kind of popped up. We didn't know your name. We didn't know who you were. And this is what I mean by when you have this mix, this clear division where it's OGs and then it's the newbies always do too much. They always feel like they have to like try to like, you're not gonna punk me, you're not gonna bitch me. It didn't even take all that. None of this was necessary, right? So Brittany drunk ass is like, people stand on their own name. And it's like, girl, what's going on with you? That tequila got you down like that? How much did you have? Did you eat today? Do you just have a low liquor tolerance? This is ridiculous for you to even be reacting like this, Brittany, because nobody's talking to you. So, a drunk ain't shit at all. Brittany shows this. So, next thing you know, somehow Brooke stands up, Brittany stands up, Clayana stands up. I was Jennifer. Absolutely not. Y'all ain't gonna be fighting over my damn head. And Jennifer had on white? Absolutely not. So Brittany and Brooke are now going back and forth. Somebody says something about a bad surgeon. Next thing you know, Brooke is telling Brittany she's shaped like a little boy. I said, well, Brooke, your butt is ridiculously fake and ill-fitting, so you probably should have sat that one out. And then Brittany throws a drink in Brooke's face. We have to stop throwing liquor in people's eyes, y'all. You can't throw alcohol in someone's eyes. Why do we keep seeing this on shows? But they're going back and forth. Brittany's doing too much. I don't even know why Brittany is on the show, to be real. But the end of this episode was no ma'am. The end of this episode was no ma'am. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.